Pretty sure we're live now. Okay. First, I want to show something. I'm going to try online. Watch what happens. But anyways, I want to talk about sort of a voice for the voiceless kind of thing. Right. Because it seems to be that OBS has given me so much issue today. It's insane. I don't get it. But anyways, what I was getting at, I kind of want to talk about the things that are going on. I've got a new story to add to the pile. I've got a pile of stories of men being abused and nothing happening, right? No reproduction for the, or not reproduction, sorry, wrong word. Wrong, no repercussion for the woman, no jail time, nothing like that. Typically, the men don't want her to go to prison, even if she's giving him 2 concussions daily or a day. There's too many people logging in to Red Dead, probably because of Corona. There's so many people playing Red Dead that the servers can't handle it. Right? Like that's how that's how many people are playing this fucking game. Like that's all we're doing. Because this is the last decent major release game to come out since what was the last one that came out that was any good? Deus Ex? Like I don't know. I mean I liked the Mortal Kombat one, but I always like Mortal Kombat, so that's kind of an unfair statement. But anyways, by the way, I tried getting other games to stream. Nothing's working. Hitman wouldn't work. Injustice 2 fucked up my screen sizes throughout my computer. Daggerfall wouldn't even register. So I don't know what's going on. This is the only game I can stream right now. I don't know. This is the only game I can stream. Every other game is crapping out on me, so I don't know what's going on. I wanted to do a different game, but I mean, besides, Ale can't really make the thumbnail, so I mean, whatever. But anyways, it really does seem that there's a lot of this abuse going on. But first, God, I got to talk about my sister because I learned this story through her, right? Now I'm not giving away any names or nothing, but I learned it through her, and she. This is what she thought I said, right? I'll get to what she said at the end, but this is what she thought I said. She thought I said there is no. No, I didn't say this, but this is what she thought I said. That there is no difference in experience between men and women. That's what she thought I said. And for that, she told me I'm a terrible MRA. I'm terrible at giving advice, and I'll never convince people to join my movement. Right? I'll never recruit anyone to join. That's what she said. I'll never recruit anyone to join my movement. First of all, this isn't feminism. I'm not trying to recruit people. I'm not. Nobody wants to do this job. That's kind of the point. It's long and sufferable and irritating and full of hypocrisy. The people around us, not us itself. There's hypocrisy all over the place, and you see it everywhere you go, and it's insane. I don't want other people to be MRAs. Now, those that are, I would like to, be akin with them and everything, because we share a common interest, absolutely. But at the same time, though, like, fucking dick. I mean, like, here's the thing. I've never said to my sister, you're a terrible feminist. I've never, not once have I said that. Or you're terrible at giving advice, which she comes to me for, by the way, so funny that. I never said you're terrible at your advocacy or whatever it is you believe in. I never said you're bad at your label. Not once, right? And this is because she thought I said men and women have the same experiences. I don't. Oh. Sure? Autoslave. Auto, I always say autoslave. Whoops, part of the conditioning. Autosave, yeah. Okay, anyways. Yeah, you know, and I've never said she was bad at it. If anything, I think she's one of the few good feminists out there, if anything. Right? She gives me sort of what's the word? Sort of a belief in the sense that there are some feminists, not a lot of them, but some of them are actually trying to make the label be a good thing. They actually care about men's rights, and they actually care about women's rights and equality, and they actually care about egalitarianism. Now that's that's like 2% of feminists, if that. You know. Now my sister and I kind of came to the agreement that this is due to the label was once a good thing, but then it got full of the neo-Marxism, feminism, and all that bullshit, and it basically became neo-feminism plus, right? It became this sort of bastardization of its former self. Now, if you look at the history, it's always been a supremacist cult, but you know, I guess there was some small cropping that no one heard of, in which case, you know, good things were shared and whatnot. You know, that, let's be real. These 2% of people bought the lie. And it's the lie that feminism is about equality, the truth, justice, and the American way. I mean, the family way. I mean, the Allah's way. Right? Like, it's about, it's the chosen path, so to say, to quote another religion. And, right? I think that's a very valid point, right? Like, why are you surrounded by people who think you're not one of them, right? Why would you call yourself one of them if none of them agree with it, right? But again, like, I don't know. And again, she stuck the knife in me, I swear to God. And um the conversation basically ended with me saying, and I'll admit I was a bit of a dick, but you know, I was hurt. So, I mean, I think if women can use it as an excuse, so can I. You know, and I basically said, so you've insulted me, lied about me, and strawmanned me, all because of something I didn't say. Guess you are a feminist. And she responded with, she said something, and then she ended it with, well, now you're just showing your ignorance. And I said, that's my point, and I hung up on her. Yeah. She called me for advice because her friend was being abused by his wife. Now, the friend's best friend, who is connected to my sister in some way, I won't give out how, doesn't want to do anything, right? He thinks he'll just make it worse, he doesn't want to do anything, and he doesn't want to pose on his friend. Dude, your friend's gonna fucking die. I'm sorry. Like, you know, he doesn't have a shelter to go to. You know, the abuse victim called a fucking abuse shelter, a battered wife shelter, and they basically said, "We got nothing for you. We can't help you. Sorry. Go die in a ditch, faggot. Sorry." That's basically what they said, right? You know, and this dude doesn't want to be a burden to anyone. He doesn't want to admit that he's being abused. They haven't even gotten to the stage of you have to get out of there. They haven't even gotten to the point where you can say you have to leave the place. Because the abuse victim has kids. One that's not his, but he's raised her ever since she was a tyke, so obviously he wants to, you know, save her ass from the abusive mother. Oh crap, this is a ranch. Getting out of here. But anyways, again, like he wants to save the kid from being abused, which the kids are being used as pawns in the mother's sick, tormented game. The mother has given the victim 2 concussions in 1 day, has basically went out whoring, and took his key to the house, left the kids soaking in piss and shit because they're so young they can't change themselves, and basically said, I'm gonna go fuck someone and you have fun. Whatever. Fuck you. Right? So she goes off to have this wild sex adventure and she dresses up right? Like she real nice, real pretty, dresses up right. And the victim doesn't have clothes for work tomorrow. He's wearing dirty clothes from the day before. He needs to wear something clean to work or he can get fired. And the woman doesn't give a shit. Seriously, does not give a shit. Right? That's the kind of abuse MRAs have been talking about for a fucking while now. But nobody wants to fucking listen. You know, everyone wants to talk about, oh, the women, oh, the women, oh, the women. Yeah, women get helped. What the fuck are we doing for these people? Seriously, what are we doing for the men that are being abused like this? They don't have a shelter to go to. Unless they live in one area in fucking Texas, which is ran by a feminist. Gee, I wonder how that's going to end up for the man. Again, like, you know, and the whole while my sister's like, so do you have any advice for this? And I was given advice. I was like, okay, try this. Okay, try this. And I must have said try this like 8 times. And there was like, she either said we weren't at that stage yet or I've already tried it. So at the end of the call, I was like, what can I do? Like, what can I say to do? You want a man's perspective on things. I get that, you know. And that's why I tried talking about, because she mentioned the bro code and everything. I'm like, okay, well, if a woman... I don't know. It just... Oh. Poor Bambi. Good night, Bambi. I just wanted to shoot something. Anyway. I'm evil. But yeah. You know, and apparently my sister wanted to tell me for a while that I was a terrible MRA. For a while now. Just didn't know how to say it. So she just said it guns blazing with knives and swords and God knows what else to, you know, castrate my emotions. You know, again, this really goes back to the saying, men's facade of strength is their weakness. Right? Men's weakness is their facade of strength. Abso-fucking-lutely. Men are just as emotional as women. Right? You know, they're just as emotional. They don't blow it out of proportion as much as women do. That's for damn sure. But they are just as emotional as women, right? Women are more hysteric. They get hysterical notions more often, and they tend to be more religious, ironically. So I don't buy the notion that religion oppresses women atheists. I don't buy that fucking at all. If that's true, then why do women only want to join? All the atheists are fucking men. What the There's like, you know, and the only women atheists are fucking feminists. So they already have a religion, or a cult, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. You know? Again, why believe in a sky daddy when you can believe in a patriarchal figure that wants to oppress and rape all women on the planet? How can you not believe that? I mean, it's just there. It's just there. I finally got a fucking Picari. Fuck. Ugh. These things are so hard to find. Fucking dick, dude. Okay, let me check my... Wow, no one said anything on stream at all? Nothing? No live chat? Wow, that's sad. Well, if anyone joins, I guess. Oh, this is what happens when Ale's not watching. Crap. Okay, whatever. Just... I don't know. I wish people would watch, but at the same time, that's not why I'm doing this. You know, if I wanted attention, I'd just pull an onion and fucking... You know... And fucking record my borderline rantings and talk about how I was in the Air Force for all of 10 fucking seconds and all this bullshit. Anyways, I think he just barely got past basic, and then he was like, I'm not doing this no more, they're mean to me. As a borderline would. the dude is such a borderline. Like, why am I talking about Onion? What the? Like he was ever relevant. Anyways, the thing. Wow, that was harsh, Chris. Wow, calm down the snark. Jeez. But anyways, like, again, just you know, I love my sister to death, but holy shit, like, and she basically steamrolled the entire conversation. Like, I kept trying to get a word in edgewise, and she just wouldn't let me have it. And then I finally interrupted her, magically by chance, and she said I was fucking mansplaining. And I'm like, are you sure you're not the bad feminist? Like, you're using the same things they do. Like, you know, I'm losing my conviction? Is it conviction? Convincing, yeah, I think it's convincing. I'm losing my convincing, sis. I really am. Like, I'm no longer convinced that there are the good feminists trying to change the movement for the better. I don't believe that anymore. I'm sorry. You've proven to me you are one of them. You have. I'm sorry. You know, I still love you. I still support you. But, you know, and honestly, I wish more feminists were open to the idea of men having human rights. I wish they were open to that. And you even acknowledged that men aren't even open to that idea of their own human rights. They're not open to that very concept of their own inalienable. I think it's a hate group. Which is not, by the way. Although they do send infiltrators into men's rights forums to, like, say, oh, I wish I was that. They enact laws so insane. You know, domestic violence it only happens from male to female. That's a feminist law you might want to check out called VAWA, the Violence Against Women's Act. Thanks, Bill Clinton. You know, sure we're a fucking hero to equality you were. Giving rights only for women. Fucking asshole. So with Obama, fucking, like the leftists, Democrats, whatever the fuck. Democrat politicians ever since fucking, I want to say Clinton, but I want to say farther back. I want to say farther back than that. I'm not sure, but at least since Clinton have been just stroking the dick of feminism. Like, just stroking it so hard, and now it's in everyone's ass. It's in everyone's ass. Fight for the right of public transport. Remember that? Some innocent, poor old black lady wants to sit up front. The guy was like, lady, can you please go to the back of the bus? Please? That's kind of where you're supposed to be. No, I'm sitting here. Fuck you. Oh, okay. I'm gonna call the cops now. Right? Like, you know, and then she's taken to jail for battery, right? But no, the media spun it as she's taken away because she's a black woman because they hate black people. Yeah. And this was supposed to be in a time of genuine racism, right? Like black. Gee, that doesn't happen today. Yeah, that whitey deserved it. Black people are shot. Oh my! Like, yeah, for being thugs and shit. Fucking what? For carrying guns, for flashing guns in cops' faces, for shooting people. You guys aren't deafened by that. I'm sorry. Reconnections expand. There's all sorts of lies going on. There's all sorts. I mean, there was shit going on all over the place, and now people are like, I don't know. They're perpetuating the same lies. I don't get it. Hey, someone's watching. I don't get it. Like, what the dick, dude? Like, but anyways. Sorry, I've been quiet for a bit. I just had to check the video. But anyways, again, like, it's kind of weird watching myself from like 30 seconds in the past. It's kind of weird. What the hell? God, OBS, shut up. Jeez. You know, what the hell? I don't know. Again, like, all sorts of issues going on with that. So, like, Okay, so I'm gonna listen into myself while I watch OBS get all fucky. It keeps disconnecting. I don't know what's going on with that. God, I wish Ale was here. Hello, OBS. Why is my OBS acting up so badly? Wow, you guys did not hear anything I said while I was cut out. Wow, that's insane. Uh, God, I don't know if I should continue the video then. Wow, holy crap. Okay. How long have we even gone for? Only half an hour. Wow. Uh, I might do a second parter or whatever once I fix OBS. I don't know why it's acting up. Just, we need a way to help these people. Seriously. There needs to be a way to help those that don't have help. I hate knowing people are suffering. I don't know. Thanks for hearing me rant. I'll just cancel and whatever.